Hi everyone, welcome back to my spiritual balance YouTube channel. I just wanted to do a quick video to talk about the energy for Thanksgiving and Black Friday, just a little bit to help us navigate the energy and to get the most out of this time. We're really moving into a beautiful couple of weeks, and I encourage everyone to get the most out of it because mid-December, again, we move into some pretty rocky territory. So let's focus on the good stuff. So when I'm recording this video, it is November 21st, and we're at the last bit of Scorpio season. Tonight around 10:30, the sun will enter Sagittarius, and this really brings a renewed sense of optimism and hope and excitement and just a celebratory energy, a celebratory vibe. Normally, I love Scorpio season, but this year Scorpio season has been really intense and just challenging. And so Sag season should really lighten things up, and we can celebrate the season of lights and just have a great time and enjoy our loved ones and our families and friends. So the energy of Thanksgiving, the moon will be in the sign of Leo. And it's interesting because the moon's going to be in Leo, which is a fire sign. The sun is going to be in Sagittarius, which is a fire sign. On Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving, Mercury enters Sagittarius, the fire sign. So we have this like buildup of fire energy, and fire energy is all about courage and passion and fun and play and energy and, again, optimism. So yeah, there's just a really big shift in energy this week. Now, as all these planets enter Sagittarius, they're going to meet the South Node. And so this is a point of just kind of releasing. We've been having eclipses along the Sagittarius Gemini axis for the last 18 months. And so on December 4th, we'll be having the last new moon solar eclipse in Sagittarius. And that will be the final wrap up of the Gemini Sag eclipses. So last week, Friday, that was on the November 19th. Last week, Friday, we had our first eclipse along the Taurus and Scorpio axis, and it was a full moon lunar eclipse in the sign of Taurus. So even though the nodes of fate are still in Gemini Sagittarius, we're having an overlapping cycle, which is not unusual, but we're wrapping up one cycle and we're beginning a new one. So this whole time, we're going to see endings wrapped in new beginnings and new beginnings wrapped into some endings. So just something to be aware of to help you navigate these times. But I love Thanksgiving Day. It's such a beautiful day. And I just think that we're going to be having the time of our lives. I mean, with the moon in Leo, it's like we're going to want to just look good, feel good, have a good time. Like nothing is going to get in the way of a good time on Thursday. So pace yourself. Make sure that you're eating, while you're drinking. Make sure you have some water in between the good times. But Sagittarius, with the sun in Sagittarius and Mercury in Sagittarius, it is just such a beautiful time, a celebratory time. Sages love music and dancing and creativity, and the Sages love to talk. And so, little branch off from that, next week, Sunday, on November 28th, the sun and Mercury will meet in Sagittarius. So this actually marks the halfway point of the Mercury direct cycle. Now, I'm still reeling from our last Mercury retrograde cycle in Libra. So it's hard to imagine that Mercury's been moving forward long enough that it's meeting up with the sun again on the 28th of November. But that's what's happening. I guess I'm going to need to catch up. And I think Sag season will help all of us to kind of catch up with the times and make sure that we have our calendars straight in our heads so that we don't mess up our holiday season. But yeah, so the sun and Mercury meeting up next week, Sunday on November 28th. This is the only real warning that I have about Thanksgiving Day, is that when the sun and Mercury are coming closer together, Mercury is called burnt by the sun. So Mercury is getting closer and closer to the sun until they meet, and then Mercury gets renewed and refreshed. And that moment of conjunction, which means when they meet exactly, is called Cazimi. So that moment is special and sacred. Mercury's protected. Cazimi means in the heart of the sun. So the sun embraces Mercury and holds it close and whispers messages to Mercury that we're going to be working with over the next few weeks, but and even into the next retrograde cycle. But this moment of Cazimi, Mercury is protected. The thing is that on either side of the Cazimi, the buildup to and the waning of, communications can get really intense. And Mercury in Sagittarius is ferocious and fiery and quick and blunt and bold. And I love this energy. I personally have some pretty wild Sag energy in my chart. But I mean, this is a time when, things come out of your mouth and it's like, oh, that's what I said, and so we're just gonna have to roll with that. If you feel that someone misunderstood you, or if they didn't misunderstand you, like, try your best to smooth everything over. This is not a holiday that I would try to have any like big, important, heavy discussions. Please leave politics and anything else triggering out of this time, because it is a guaranteed way to ruin your day. So if you want to have a bad day, if you want to ruin your Thanksgiving this year, by all means, go ahead. And, in some cases, it may be impossible to avoid these difficult topics. And I just encourage everyone to accept each other and to find a way to coexist. Like we have been, and we're going to need to. So, pick your battles, and, it's up to you what hill you're going to choose to die on. But, just be aware of that. And, to kind of like, to help supplement that, or to help like navigate through these times, have games at your Thanksgiving dinner. Play some dominoes, play some cards, maybe Monopoly if you guys like Monopoly. I'm a big fan of Uno. My son loves playing Uno, so we're gonna definitely have some Uno cards at our Thanksgiving table. But if there's fun and games happening, if there are things to like entertain everyone, it's less likely to get hung up on these difficult topics, these things that we're all saturated in talking about. No one, like, we all need a break. Give yourself a break, give your family a break, ask for a break if your family won't give you one or your friends won't give you one. It's just really important to reconnect. You guys know everything has just been crazy. So yeah, the moon is in Leo all day on Thanksgiving. So it's really important to sparkle, to shine, like get dressed up, make yourself look good, make yourself feel good. If you need to get any beauty treatments done during the week, make sure you do that, just so that you feel good. The moon in Leo wants to know that like it's on point, like that you look good, that you feel good, and that you're ready to have a good time. So even, going as far as having your outfit picked out ahead of time, just to avoid stress on the day. And that was something that my grandmother was really big on encouraging, to pick everything out, have it set aside, and like even down to like jewelry, shoes, purse. And I've just found it to be really helpful the times that I don't set up or I don't prep for these parties and events. Oftentimes I either wind up being really late or not going because I wasn't prepared. Then I get overwhelmed, I'm running behind. So yeah, so just take the time, have your own back, and yeah, just do all the prep that you need to do to have a nice day. Okay, let me look at my notes and see what else I have going on here. Yeah, so on a day like this, like make sure like the lights are on, make sure you have your, if you want to put up your Christmas lights or your beautiful candles. It's just a time, like, wear your sparkles, like just do it up, make yourself feel really good. Yeah, and just avoid the difficult conversations. And back to the Sun Mercury conjunction, when the Sun and Mercury are meeting, everyone thinks they're right. So if you think that you're gonna like hammer through your perspective with someone else, that you won't. The astrology says you won't. It'll, because everyone is like stuck on their sides. And so, while I love Sagittarius and Sagittarius energy, Mercury in Sagittarius is super funny and fun and uplifting. But at the same time, the energy of Sagittarius can be, pretty judgmental and not in, I guess it can show up in a negative way. All signs have their light and dark side of them. But the Sag energy can kind of like stick to one thing, and then then we lose the connection with people. So yeah, just stick to the happy topic, stick to the happy topics, stick to fun and games, stick to play. And if someone's digging in and they just know that they're right, this is not the day to address it. If it's bothering you that much and you need to address it at a later time, just wait till like next week or something. This energy will begin waning after Sunday, but in the build up to it, it just gets really loud. So even on Thanksgiving Day, like everything may be really loud. That everyone is like excited and things get louder and louder. And there is a potential for a little bit of overwhelm within this because, like too much fire, too much heat. So yeah, don't be afraid to like take a minute, step away from the crowd, whether it's like going to the bathroom, going outside, do some breath work, deep breathing, and just ground your energy, stand barefoot on the ground, just reconnect to the earth, and then go back into the party and have a good time. So the other thing which I've written about in my horoscopes on my website, is that we are already in Venus's shadow. So Venus will be going retrograde next month in December. So Venus is still moving forward, but she's slowing down, and she already has passed. Shadow means that Venus has passed a degree that she's going to station direct on. So we're moving through territory that Venus is going to cross back over, and Venus stations direct at 11 degrees of Capricorn, and that's where Venus went into her shadow. So we're going to see like themes that have been coming up. We'll revisit them. So when Venus is in her shadow, there's a bit more potential to overindulge, drugs and alcohol. I always mention drugs. I'm not a big drug person, but drugs also include medication, or some people are into that. So just be careful. There's a potential to overindulge with alcohol. With all this Sag energy, there's the potential to say too much, to go too far, even to cross lines sometimes. Venus is out of bounds right now, so she's not following the normal rules. So just keep it cute, keep it classy. Try to avoid getting sloppy. Eat some bread or something if you're feeling a little too tipsy. So with the Venus retrograde season, Venus is in Capricorn, and Capricorn is all about tradition and stability and structure. And with Venus going retrograde in this area, it's saying like, let's shake up those old traditions. Let's shake up that old way of doing things. So, and I really love the idea of taking the traditions and like keeping it to a certain degree, but then bringing in some new things, doing like a few things that are different this year that will make things really special. And also, I know I'm doing this video saying like, use this time and be hyped up, but when Venus is in shadow, we can overhype things and have like our expectations be too high. And like everything, even though the astrology is like, yeah, it's a great day, it's what you make of it. So if you're sitting around waiting for a great day to come and, shake you up, it's probably not going to happen, but show up, be ready, interact with others. And, and even if things are going wrong, like make sure you laugh at it, make sure you have a good time. Sagittarius has a really good sense of humor. The Leo energy is about making the best of it, so just stay on the lighter side of things, and, and just keep it fun. But if you're sitting waiting for the fun to show up, that is a big part of the Venus shadow. It's just not going to. The good times will not like show up and hunt you down. You got to go find it. So another thing about the Venus shadow period is that, so Venus is about food. It's about like what we enjoy, taste, pleasure, good food, good drinks. Venus is in shadow. So those things may not, like, everyone's going to work really hard, but sometimes it's not as good as it would be, so just prepare for that. Just make sure that you're putting in all your seasonings, make sure you have your checklist, make sure you're adding all of your ingredients. And with Venus in Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, and Saturn is a cold, dry planet. So the big thing that I see, the big potential that I see for like food not going great or not tasting great is just dryness. So, just be aware, try not to overcook things, baste that turkey or whatever you're doing. But yeah, just that's like the only, thing about the Venus in Capricorn is that, yeah, like, turkey might be a little dry. So just keep an eye on it, and that's what apparently that's why they made gravy, just like pour some gravy on top and you'll be fine. With some cranberry sauce on top, you'll be good. Okay, so that's pretty much the energy for Thursday, for Thanksgiving. Fun, beautiful day, but you got to go get it. Take good care of yourself, take good care of other people, and avoid those tough conversations. Redirect, reframe, play games, get outside, change the subject if you need to. Mercury and Sagittarius, a little bold, a little blunt. So if someone catches you off guard with a blunt comment, just laugh about it. If it upsets you, that's not the day to deal with it. Maybe call them up, later next week and say, hey, you really hurt me, or whatever the case is. Like I said, with Mercury and the Sun meeting next week, Sunday, on the 28th of November, people they're not going to hear you. They're more likely to pick a fight and get up on their high horse than being like, damn, I hurt you, sorry. So that's the energy for Thursday. Now I want to talk a little bit about Black Friday. So Black Friday this year, the moon is going to be void for most of the day. So if you're going to go and get those like Black Friday specials, do any shopping on Black Friday, make sure that you do so earlier in the morning, around 12:24, 12:25 in the afternoon. The moon goes void, of course, and it remains void for the rest of the night. So yeah, like I said, if you're going to do any shopping, make it early morning, get in, get out. I'm not going to be doing that, but if you feel so inclined, then that is my advice. When the moon is void all afternoon, this kind of looks like a turkey coma to me. The void moons, that means that the moon is between signs. So it's a great time to just rest, relax, rejuvenate, veg out, watch movies, anything like that. Just go to the beach and just lay out. No, don't make any big plans. Don't make it complicated. Go with the flow. During void moons, any arguments or disputes, anything that comes up during that time, I cannot tell you how many times I've seen this happen, but little things that come up, little hiccups, can turn into a really big deal. One little comment turns into this huge fight. And so just try to avoid that. Like I said, everyone wants to enjoy themselves. We've all had a hard time. Don't let the little things trip you up. And just use Friday afternoon to just get some R&R, just kick back, relax, and have a good time. So that's pretty much the energy for Thanksgiving. And I'm so grateful for everyone that follows my work, looking on my website every day. I do a daily horoscope as well as pulling some oracle cards, and I just love doing it. And it's been fun to see my following and my community grow. And I love being here for everyone and learning as well. I really appreciate it. So I hope everyone has a blessed and a wonderful Thanksgiving. Thank you for all the love and support. And I'm every day I make my list of what I'm thankful for, and all of you, all the love and support that I get, you're all on that list. So thank you. I'm grateful for you. I appreciate you. Happy Thanksgiving.